I've already done a couple of videos on my channel getting into about, narcissists, covert narcissists with, this, what to look out for, how they can attempt to discard you, devalue you. But I was wanting to get into on this video about how these people how they like to play dumb. A lot of the times to get out of certain situations, they have this, fake stupidity. And it's kind of funny to me because in a world where I feel like, like in society where, intelligence, people who are intelligent, usually are rewarded. It's strange how, people get away, with this kind of, fake stupidity. And what they play stupid, and then a lot of times they're able to get away with it, because one way of dealing with a situation like that, when you think about it, would just be, you could say to them, well, what, are you stupid? What the hell? Like, huh? It's weird how all the different ways and tricks that they always have, but playing dumb does seem to be the oldest trick in the book. But sometimes, you need to use that against the covert narcissist, don't you? You do have to play them at your own game. But there's many reasons that they'll do that. Evasion of responsibility, that would be one thing. And you call them out on something they've done. It's like, I know you did this. I know the time, the date, the place, and then they could just go, no. Sorry, I do not remember that. I don't remember that happening. But it's so obvious that this event did happen, and when they try and deny it, it's like it comes off of them like they know it as well, but it's maybe something sometimes they don't care if they're lying, and it's just and yeah, there's so many different ways that the covert narcissist will try and drive you around the bend. It's unreal. I remember seeing this like meme online or somewhere about and it was saying something along the lines of sometimes you've got to play the fool to fool the fool who thinks they're fooling you into fooling them. Something like that. And yeah, you do have to play these games in order to try and first to try and keep your a degree of sanity, and second, don't allow them to just leave you totally exasperated, and just to let them know, hey, I'm not gonna take your crap. Hey, you want to play? Let's play. And like some of the things that I've like experiences and things I could tell you about with dealing with type of people who are like covert narcissists. There was this one thing. It's like the little things that they pretend, certain things that they pretend not to remember, and it's just like, wow, it's like they really are something else. It's like for one example, one particular guy, and he'll know who he is if he watches this. I don't give a shit, but it's kind of funny that one particular guy who was like, who's known someone for about 25 years can't remember the date of his birthday when it's actually about 5 days after his best friend's birthday. And also, he can't remember that, but he can remember 3 years prior when myself and this individual met up for a couple of drinks. He can remember the bar, the exact time and date that we were out, and where we sat even, and all those other specific details. But then he couldn't remember this guy who he's known for about 25 years his birthday. And I'm thinking, come on, and it's like he's kind of friends with this guy as well, and hangs around him, and like is not that they're super close, but you think if you've been around somebody that amount of time, you would know what day their birthday is, right? I've lost touch with people who I was friends with from years back, and I can, roughly remember what the day their birthday is. But if I've known someone and been around them consistently for about 20 something years, I'm gonna remember their birthday. I'm an ignorant, disrespectful type person where I would like, well, number one, I'd pretend I wouldn't know, and then or number two, play dumb to someone else that I don't know. But it's little shit like that that they try and pull on you, and it's like I for a long time let it slide because I always felt that I could get mad, I can call them out, but then it's one of those things where I'm kind of falling into the trap of, well, I'll look like the bad guy, and that's kind of what they want. In the end, they want you to react, you lose control, and you're the bad guy, and they don't care. Like they have it in for you so much that they'll go as far as playing dumb and acting like they're stupid. But these people aren't stupid. You know what I mean? These people could, they could have a PhD. They could have, I don't know, first class honors, a 2-2 at uni. I don't know, but they're smart people. They're not stupid people. And but it's weird how stupidity in the world gets rewarded, right? It does get rewarded. People can play dumb very well. Jade Goody did play dumb. Okay, rest in peace. Terrible what happened to her in the end, but she played dumb on Big Brother. People on reality TV shows play dumb, Geordie Shore, and they are rewarded. And it's insulting to like people like low income, lower middle class. I came from a lower middle class family. People that are just trying to get by, and they see these people acting like gimps on TV, and they get paid quite handsomely for doing so. But that's more of like an overt type narcissism, and I could touch on that on a different day. But the way that these people try and play stupid, it always makes me shake my head, and it's just they'll never stop though. Again, there's always the little things they like to do. They pretend not to understand, and it's always that thing of it's avoiding self-reflection's another one, because I was thinking about this earlier. A lot of the times, if you check back in with these covert narcissists, because they're probably, if they're friends in disguise, if they're fake friends, should I say, they're probably not the type that you're going to be speaking to every day, because that's not what they'll do with you. They'll just check in when they feel like it and when they want to torment you. But like sometime, let's say some time's passed and like a covert narcissist all of a sudden has changed. He's changed his ways, or she has changed her ways, right? And all of a sudden they kind of give off this vibe of, oh, well, that stuff that you're talking about that I said that I did and it was real. And yes, it was stuff that was shitty. But you know what? We've changed. A lot's changed. I'm in a different place now. I've grown up. I'm in a relationship. I'm married. I have kids. It's all that type of, fake, self-reflecting, looking back at this as a different person now kind of bullshit. And it's all bullshit, It's them appearing to come off like they're the bigger person in the situation, but it's also what they're really doing, and it's very sly on their part, is they're avoiding proper introspection is what they're doing. And also what they're avoiding is from simply just saying, sorry, hey, I was a dick, I treated you pretty shitty, I treated you unfairly, I apologize. That's all they would have to do if they were genuine. If they were genuine people. But of course, covert narcissists are not genuine people. They probably will never be genuine people. It would take a lot of really, look some deep looks in the mirror for them to start changing their ways, and probably a fair bit of professional help at the same time. And I don't know, with covert narcissists that I've dealt with, they'll probably not change. You see this quote online a lot, and maybe it's a bit basic, but toxic people never change, just their victims. That is true, because they will, from what I've always seen, it's like dealing with bullies, right? If you stand up to the bully, all of a sudden that bully doesn't have that same bravado anymore around you. He's not giving you shit anymore. He leaves you alone. And that point, the bully is kind of defeated. It's like if you saw a bully, somebody stand up to a bully in a TV show. They still might stick around for a while. They still might be a little bit, mildly irritating. They might